Hearty spaghetti squash casserole recipe. Eating seasonally is one of the best parts about home cooking. I don't know about you, but when I think about autumn, I think of the abundance of squash available at my local farmer's market and warm, comforting casseroles. Too often, though, casseroles are recipes packed with heavy, refined carbs and few, if any, vegetables. While they may taste good, you won't feel too great after a serving. That's what makes this healthy spaghetti squash casserole such a stellar autumn meal. Here, spaghetti squash replaces the pasta you typically find in casseroles. You'll add a colorful medley of vegetables, but with both mozzarella and raw Gouda cheese, this easy-to-make spaghetti squash casserole feels indulgent. It's the best of both worlds. What makes this spaghetti squash casserole so healthy? The key ingredient to this casserole is the spaghetti squash. At first glance, this vegetable doesn't resemble anything close to spaghetti. But once the squash is cooked, its flesh turns to spaghetti-like strands, perfect for sauces, casseroles or any other meal where pasta is normally used. Best of all, spaghetti sauces is packed with nutrients you just won't find in pasta. Its bright hue is thanks to the beta-carotene. This carotenoid is one of the reasons why spaghetti squash is full of antioxidants and great for your skin, eyes and respiratory health. But spaghetti squash isn't the only good-for-you ingredient in this healthy casserole. You'll also include two of my favorite leafy greens, kale and spinach. Kale is an impressive anti-inflammatory food. Because it's full of omega-3s, it helps balance our omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, critical for keeping inflammation at bay. It's also great for heart health and helping to lower cholesterol and promote cellular health. Spinach is another green nutrition giant. It helps guard cells from mutations that lead to cancerous tumor growth and protects against heart disease. 1. The fiber found in spinach both slows the blood's absorption of glucose and reduces cholesterol levels, two important factors in reducing your risk of a heart attack or stroke. 2. The high levels of vitamins A and C also boost immunity, helping you keep bacteria and viruses at bay. Can't your usual casserole recipe do all that? Spaghetti squash casserole nutrition facts. Let's take a closer look at what one serving of this spaghetti squash casserole offers. 190 calories. 8.65 grams protein. 8.22 grams fat. 23.46 grams carbohydrates. 1,408 U vitamin A, 60% DV. 48.5 micrograms vitamin K, 54% DV. 4.362 milligrams vitamin B3, 31% DV. 0.49 milligrams manganese, 27% DV. 17.2 milligrams vitamin C, 23% DV. 223 milligrams calcium, 22% DV. 154 milligrams phosphorus, 22% DV. As you can see, the variety of vegetables in this spaghetti squash casserole make this an easy, vegetarian-friendly main dish. If you wanted, you could add protein to bulk this up even more. You can also easily make this vegan by omitting the cheese. Overall, this squash casserole is really easy to modify for your family's nutritional needs and tastes. How to make spaghetti squash casserole. So how do you make spaghetti squash casserole? Let's get started. Start by preheating the oven to 400 F. While that happens, line a baking sheet with parchment paper and place the halved squash sides on it, face down. Bake the pieces until the squash is fork tender, around 30 to 40 minutes. While the squash is cooking, chop up your veggies. There will be no onion left behind in this spaghetti squash casserole. When the squash is done, turn the oven heat down to 350 F. We're not finished with it just yet. Once the spaghetti squash has cooled off, scrape the flesh into a cast iron skillet. Then add in the other ingredients, except for the cheese and basil. Use a wooden spatula to combine all of the ingredients. Now it's cheese time. Top the casserole with a buffalo mozzarella and bake for 25 to 30 minutes. When the casserole is out of the oven, grate the raw Gouda cheese on top. And finish off with the fresh basil. This gorgeous, healthy spaghetti squash is officially ready to eat. Serve warm and enjoy.